Yeah, we back. Now, today's going to be a quick video. We got to come back with some updates in regards to a situation that we've been keeping track of for a very long time. Now, if you remember, I think it was back in October or back in November, the military government in Mali had demanded Barrick Gold, the second largest gold mining company in the world, to pay $500 million in taxes, right? They owed some taxes. They've been trying to run off without paying their taxes. So, of course, naturally, we had to hit them on the cell phone. We had to be like, listen, bro, we need that, right? We need that. Now, take a look up on the screen. The dispute between Mali and Barrick is over the country's new mining code that came into effect in 2023. The mining code gives the state a bigger share of mining revenues and removes tax exemptions for mining companies. Mali had previously demanded about $500 million in unpaid taxes from Barrick. Now, just to recap, we have to take it back from the beginning to figure out how do we get here today, right? You remember back in like November, take a look up on the screen. Mali arrests 4 senior employees of Canadian mining company as it presses firms for more taxes. You remember back in December, Mali issues an arrest warrant for the Barrick Gold CEO. Now, it's crazy because Barrick Gold is allegedly the second largest gold mining company in the world, right? But ironically, they've actually been giving us the hardest time. For the most part, all the other companies operating inside the country, they paid their taxes, man. They paid their dues. If they owed some money, they paid their bread. It was probably like one other company where they had to arrest the CEO, and then he coughed up like $160 million. But for the most part, the majority of the other companies, they just got on board with the new rules and regulations, the new mining code. They signed the new contracts, the new numbers, the new, profit splits, and that was that. But Barrick Gold, the CEO of Barrick Gold, Mark Bristow, I don't know what's up with the dude, man. I don't know what's up with him. He does not want to do good business. And I think the real issue is these guys get accustomed to doing business a certain way, right? If you remember what they said, right? No more tax exemptions. You see guys like that, they're accustomed to crafting these shady contracts, engaging in these under the table deals, these backdoor deals, right? So when you actually got to do good business, now they want to run and hide. It's ridiculous. There's no reason why you should be running off with $500 million, bro. At that point, you need to do time in prison, bro. $500 million. You need to do time in prison if you don't cough up that bread. Swear to God, bro, you got to do some time for that, bro. Because in America, in the United States of America, if you're running off with $500 million, man, they gonna come find you and they gonna come lock you in a cage, right? So it got to be some repercussions for that. We need that bread or we taking over the mine. Now let's continue. Now, if you remember, I think it was like the top of January. Take a look up on the screen. Mali seizes 3 tons of gold from Canadian company Barrick amid dispute over share of revenue, right? So listen, we put out the arrest warrant for the CEO, right? He was running and hiding. He was hiding in a closet, hiding under the bed, right? He didn't want to show up and he didn't want to answer to the proper authorities. So we had to just go down to the mining site and we had to just confiscate the gold. It was like $250 million worth of gold, man, 3 tons of gold, right? That's what you got to do sometimes. That's what they made us do. Now let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. Mali is holding the seized gold from Barrick at the state-owned bank, right? We had to go down to the mining site. We had to confiscate the gold, right? Because they didn't want to pay their taxes, right? So fine. You don't want to pay taxes? Fine. Fine. Listen, I'm coming down in the helicopter. I'll see you soon. So we had to go and confiscate the gold and we had to put it for safekeeping in the state-owned bank, right? We had to keep it in the bank, with the armed guards. Now let's continue. Now, if you remember about 2 months ago around that time, I dropped a video. Take a look up on the screen. Mali wins $438 million from gold mining giant, right? So Barrick had actually made an offer to the government, to the military government in Mali. They said, listen, bro, we don't got the whole 500 million, but we got 438. Now, to me, that number was strange. Like, I don't understand them strange numbers, man. I don't got 500 million, but I got, 417.75. Like, bro, we need 500 million, bro. Really, it should be way more than 500 million, to be honest. If you ask me, the $500 million is generous, right? It's in the ballpark of somewhere you could actually reach and pay it off. It's not super unrealistic. If you remember, President John Magufuli, rest in peace, he had told Barrick Gold, this same company, by the way, he told them they had to pay like some crazy number, like 300 billion, like something totally ridiculous, right? Something totally high up in the sky. You see, we said 500 million. That's something that's manageable. That's something that's attainable. And you still giving us a hard time. This is ridiculous, bro. Let's continue. Now, if you remember, a couple weeks after that, I dropped a video entitled, Will Mali accept a $438 million offer from Barrick Gold? Because at the time, the $438 million, that was the offer made by the company, right? At the end of the day, the government itself still had to sign off and agree to the terms and conditions. Now, like I said, for the most part, it seems like Barrick Gold has been the only company that's really been giving the government a hard time. The other companies pretty much have fell in line, right? That's why Mali was in a strong position when it came to negotiations, because take a look up on the screen. You remember back in January, this headline came out. I did a video on it. Mali is set for a huge $1.2 billion payday from the mining businesses, right? So just by renegotiating the contracts with all the other companies in the mining sector, they had came out up 1.2 billion, right? But Barrick Gold, they trying to run off, not pay their full 500 million, right? That could have easily been 1.7 billion. But unfortunately, it seems like Barrick doesn't want to pay that bread. But now these are the latest developments coming out in the headlines today. Take a look up on the screen. Mali closes the Barrick office and threatens to take over the mine. Mali shuts Barrick Gold's Bamako office over alleged non-payment of taxes. Mali threatens to seize Barrick Gold's assets, according to the company. Now let's jump into some of these articles. The Malian government has escalated a dispute with Barrick Gold by closing the Canadian mining company's office in Bamako and threatening to seize control of its assets in the country. The ruling military government has shut Barrick's office in the Malian capital and warned that it would place the company's gold mining complex under provisional administration unless the mine was reopened and tax payments were made, even though gold exports remain blocked. Now, time out. Now, listen, man, after a while, sometimes, man, you just got to kick in the door after a while, right? After you have exhausted all possible diplomatic means, professional means to sit down and schedule a meeting and have a conversation, and the other party is giving you a hard time, sometimes you just got to kick in the door, bro. Sometimes you got to kick in the door. We've exhausted all possible avenues to get this situated, and you giving me the runaround. So, I'm just going to come down to the mining complex and I'm going to just confiscate the gold, right? I'm going to put in an arrest warrant out for your arrest. Hopefully that'll get your attention, right? Now I'm just going to close your entire office in the capital. So, listen, man, you don't want to pay up that tax, man. You don't want to pay your taxes. Fine. You don't want to pay what you owe. Fine. Bet. Cool. Now let's continue. Barrick, one of the world's largest gold miners, is among several Western companies that were targeted last year amid tensions with the military government. Although certain companies reached agreements with the government in order to continue operating inside the country, some executives and staff, including those of Barrick, were arrested. In January, Barrick suspended operations in Mali after the government seized some of the company's gold. Now, listen, I know the legalities of things, quote unquote, the company's gold, but I'm sorry to tell you, brother, that's the black man's gold. You feel me? So due to the fact that you were not doing good business, we had to come take our gold back, right? We let you hold that, but now we're going to take the gold back, right? Now let's continue. Barrick said it was prepared to take legal action against the Malian government if a solution to the dispute could not be found. Now, at this point, I'm thinking all these companies, they just woofing, bro. I'm thinking these companies, they bluffing, man. Because if y'all been watching my channel for a very long time, my day ones, who been with me since day one, for real. How many companies have said that exact same thing? We are prepared to take legal action. What happened to Orano, right? The French multinational uranium company Orano. Didn't they say they're going to take legal action? What happened to Orano? Yeah, we ran them off the block. They ain't been back since, right? What happened to all those other companies that got ran off the block? They all said the same thing. We are prepared to take legal action, right? But you call they bluff, ain't nothing happen. They ain't do nothing. Like I said, man, I'm not even scared when I hear that. Oh, we going to take legal action. Yeah, all right. Anyway, let's continue. Take a look up on the screen. The price of gold has jumped over 40% since the end of 2023, reaching $3,000 per ounce in mid-March. Now, that's a major part of the reason why the military government in Mali is running down on all of these multinational corporations, man. The price of gold has been booming as of recently, and the black man wants his piece. The black man wants his piece of the pie. And the black man, not only does the black man want his piece of the pie, the black man wants the big piece of the pie. Now, like I said in my last video, right? To be honest, we really do not need these guys here. A lot of these Western companies, they believe they're doing charity. We're providing jobs for the community. No, we're doing charity for you, right? We're doing charity for you. You're not doing charity for the black man. The black man is doing charity for you by allowing you to do business on our soil, right? This is charity, right? So we really do not need these people here. Because like I say before, and I'm going to always say, Long before any of these so-called Western companies even got here, black men already controlled the gold trade, right? Not only in terms of trade, but also we adorned ourselves in gold. We adorned our women in gold. So when it comes to extracting gold and refining gold and shaping gold and trading gold and wearing gold, right? Black men been doing this for a very long time, right? And in fact, the richest man to ever walk the face of the earth himself was a black man. How'd he get rich? Off gold. And last time I checked, Mansa Musa, he didn't have a foreign multinational. He didn't have a Western company mining the gold and extracting the gold, right? So obviously black men been doing it. So that's why I say we do not need these people here, right? They're not doing charity for us. We're doing charity for them. So due to the fact that we understand that we are doing charity for them, if they don't have the decency to do good business and honest business and mutually beneficial business, then they can pack up and leave, man. They can pack up and leave, man. We'll keep that complex, though. We'll keep the gold mine, though. But you can pack up and leave, bro. And that's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Talking about take legal action. The same thing Oreno said. Same thing this company said and that company said. Y'all bluffing, man. We'll keep that gold mine, though. You don't want to pay your bread? Pack up and leave, man. Anyways, it's your boy Neferkari, the Salim back in the building. Yes, indeed. Cash App in the description. Support the channel. Support the album. Sahel 1816. Go to my homepage in my playlist section. Enjoy the album. And I'm gone. Peace.
Took on my losses and now I got racks. Took on my losses and made that shit back. Plan to make gold, I need plenty of plaques. Making my enemies empty the stash. Feel like a Simi, I feel like Chiani. African gold is all over my body. African diamonds adorning my fingers. African kid when you look at my features. Enemy watching, I gotta get paid. Enemy watching and stalking my page. Watching my moves and they study my ways. Copy my energy, riding my wave. Enemy watching me like an obsession. Heart of a king, I don't need no acceptance. No, they gon' try but can't stop the progression. No, they gon' try but can't stop the ascension. Foot on the gas and I gotta go hard. Straight to the top, I've been down for too long. Plotting revenge, I'ma make them regret it. Ain't no more talking, I got too much leverage. Talking uranium, diamonds and gold. Keep that shit real, I wish death on my foes. Keep that shit real, I ain't blocking my blessings. Stacking my profit and then I invest it. Feeling untouchable, energy sacred. When I pull up, know my enemies hate. Setting up shop at a secret location. Chopper gon' sound like a standing ovation. Moving in silence, I never been regular. One of a kind, I ain't got no competitors. Son of a king, I'm the kingdom inheritor. Do what I want, I don't care what you telling us. State of myself, me and my team. Walk in the spot, but they knowin' my name. Beautiful passenger, bet she gon' ride. Keep it authentic, I'm never gon' change. Always been solid, I'm built to survive. Gotta stay focused, I'm deep in the game. Never surrender.